I played Soul Calibur 2. Oh man, the Soul Calibur 2 tournament was kind of interesting too. It was like, okay, so you know, there was a lot of players. I beat them all up, and then I got to grand finals. I don't know who beat Bibulus, but Bibulus was in losers bracket. So in grand finals, he picked X, and he beat my Valdo 2 times in a row. It was 3 out of 5. Then, because Valdo is a lot worse on the arcade version, right? So I was starting to think, like, this guy could beat me. It's a harder fight. X versus Valdo. It's a pretty hard fight. And so he beat me 2 games with Valdo. I switched to Yoshi, and I asked him, hey, it's 2-0, and you have to reset it, right? And he's like, yeah. I switched to Yoshi. He beat my Yoshi. So he 3-0'd me and reset the bracket. And once he reset the bracket and 3-0'd me, I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to lose to Bibulus. And then I beat him 3-0 in like 10 seconds. And that's the way it happened. I thought to myself, there's no fucking way I'm going to lose to Bibulus. Bagoosh. Valdo pulled out the spoon and went down to brass tacks on his culo. It took like 2 seconds. It was awesome. Man, let me tell you guys real quick, just before I take a glance, let me tell you what the fuck happened with Lord Brady. So Lord Brady was at CEO, right? And I had heard he was there, but I haven't seen him, right? I'll accept the invite, Enrique. So I go to the restroom, and it's one of those restrooms where, you know, like, let me do one thing at a time here. Invitations, Enrique, Bagoosh. Okay, so you know those restrooms that you walk in, and then it splits into 2, and one side has like places where you wash your hands, and the other side has like the urinals, right? And so I go into the restroom, and fucking Lord Brady's coming out of the part where you take a piss, the urinal part. He's coming out of there, he sees me, eye contact, and he goes for the handshake. Of course, my instinct is, well, it's Lord Brady. Hey, nice to see you. I go to shake his hand, and I realize I just shook hands with Lord Brady's fucking dick. So, the first thing I say is, good shit, fucking Brady. I just shook hands with your dick. Come with me over here and let's wash hands together while we catch up. So we go over and we fucking start washing our hands. So that was my Lord Brady experience this weekend. I shook hands with his fucking nuts. Anyway, hopefully you guys are doing alright. I had a crazy weekend. It was a lot of fun. I think I've learned a lot about... okay, so in my entire fighting game experience since I was a kid, right? I have very little experience traveling to majors from across the United States. I always went to NorCal Regionals. I always went to EVO. I always went to SoCal Regionals. And I went to like Devastations, and you know, I never really traveled past Arizona, even maybe Texas, right? I never went past that. So I never went to the Midwest, I never went to the South, I never went to the East Coast, and I still haven't gone to the East Coast. But after this year, and going to all these different tournaments, I really know what you need for a good tournament now, right? I've been to them all. I've been to some shitty ones this year. I've been to some fucking great ones this year, right? So I'll tell you this. For me, CEO was really, really good, right? It was like a very impressively ran tournament. The venue was pretty nice. And I'll get into the details about the venue in a minute. But overall, I'd say that so far this year, because EVO hasn't happened yet, the best tournament by far was Combo Breaker. Combo Breaker had no complaints. It was as close to a perfect tournament as you can get, right? Combo Breaker was really close to being perfect, right? So going from that to this, if you don't know, the weather in Orlando, Florida is fucking crazy. I can't believe that this weather exists in America. It was some tropical ass weird weather, and there were all these weird species of insects and lizards and fucking weird things going on. You know, it was very uncomfortable. That's the word. Super fucking hot. Gross to the max. I mean,
thank you.
Kaz touchdown. Thanks very much for the 5 pinches. I really appreciate it. Yeah, tropical fucking swamp ass. You step outside for 2 seconds and your fucking butthole and your face and everything, your shoulders all feel like they're made out of nutsack material. Everything feels like a nutsack outside. It's fucked up, right? So you can imagine, okay, so Combo Breaker was kind of like that too. Warm, humid, rainy, gross, right? Except at Combo Breaker, when you stepped inside, you could guarantee that it's gonna be cool as a fucking cucumber, right? It's gonna be Arthur Fonzarelli when you walk through that door, right? Guaranteed. But at CEO, because they had, like, I guess too many people or whatever, the air conditioning either didn't work at times or it didn't even matter whether it was on or off. Too many people. So, strike one. CEO, there was a point at CEO where I was in the side room doing commentary on Tekken 7, and I had the head crones on. I was wearing my Tekken hat, which makes me look 10 years younger, I must say. I had my Tekken hat. I'm surrounded by monitors, right? And I'm fucking sweating my ass off. I'm trying my best as a commentator to not allow that to affect anything, right? I was still commentating the matches and stuff, but I was so fucking uncomfortable. I feel like I've never been that uncomfortable doing commentary in my entire life. So, as a commentator, as a part of the staff at CEO, I feel like the fact that I was put into that situation is something that I can't not complain about. It's something that should never happen. It should never happen. Not only for the spectators, when you look at the crowd, you want to see people excited and happy. You don't want to see people fucking fanning themselves with anything they have in their hands. They're like frowning and head tilted, fanning themselves. That's not what you want to see as a commentator. You want to see people happy and excited and smiling. And that's what you saw at Combo Breaker. But for the side room, during the air conditioning issues, you saw a lot of frowns, you know? And I didn't like seeing that. I was frowning myself. The AC being off, I swear I could have fucking passed out. It was so fucking hot for me. I didn't really I mean, I was complaining about it, right? But I felt like this is so absurd that I'm being forced to do this, right? And it's not like I was forced, right? But you shouldn't put anyone in that situation. It was very uncomfortable. It was more uncomfortable than I think I'm making it, like, out to be, you know? That should never happen again. As far as I'm concerned, that should never happen again. It should never happen again. I mean, I could have fucking passed out. The whole time I was drinking water and pouring water on my fucking nuts. Steam was coming off of my fucking nutsack. It was so hot, you know? It was crazy, unacceptable. But, no, I didn't have a fan. There were no fans. I was praying to the cosmos that they would bring a fan. There was no fan. The only fan I had was the fan from fucking Markman's Alienware laptop while he was playing Overwatch fucking while we're doing commentary. The Alienware fan that's blowing the fucking Pimps Only graphics card was the one that was giving me some relief. Can you believe that shit? There was no fucking fan. You know? It was rough. It was rough.
We should host an event over here. Battle at Mother Base. The sea breeze is pretty nice here. Word to quiet.
Thanks very much, Big Medic. Don't worry about him, chat. He's a stoner. He's a known multiple offender. Anyway, thanks very much, Big Medic. Don't sweat it. Good shit. Anyway. So, okay. I hope that I've emphasized. This is very important because I want it to be clear that the AC situation, it's something that you cannot fuck with. At SCR, last year in October, a guy had a heat stroke. I'm not even kidding you. This is a serious thing I'm telling you. He passed out during his tournament match because of the heat. It was so hot. It was like 100 degrees in San Bernardino County or wherever the fuck Via held that tournament. The guy passed out of a heat stroke. The last thing you need is a guy dying at your fucking tournament, and it easily could have happened in that environment, people were playing Dance Dance Revolution. People are fucking playing tournament matches where their heart rate is going so high that their stress levels are through the roof. And if you put them in this kind of heat, I mean, this should never happen again. All that being said, the AC thing being said, CEO was perfect. CEO, other than that, to me, was perfect. Everything was fun, great matches. They put Tekken on the main stage for Sunday's top 8, which was excellent. Even though it started at 10 a.m., there was like 17,000 views or something, which is really good because 10 a.m. is like fucking 5 a.m. on the West Coast, 10 a.m. on the East Coast, right? So basically, what I'm telling you is I'm very impressed with CEO in every way you could be impressed, except for the air conditioning thing. The venue was nice, but the problem is that each room is split up. So you have all these rooms. There was 4 rooms, 2 Smash rooms, 1 arcade and Tekken room, and 1 esports room, right? But when you split everything up, everyone feels so separated. That's why Combo Breaker was perfect, if you ask me. What is this guy's name? Kazo-kun. Thanks very much for the 15 pinches. Here. Pinches. Appreciate it. So, okay. If you ask me for a tournament, a major tournament in this day and age, I'm talking 2016, 2017, major fighting game event, right? Here's what I think needs to be 100% sorted out, right? You need a single room. Having a tournament in a single room, like the way Evo has done it in certain years, and the way Combo Breaker did it, makes everyone care more about every game. I cared a lot more about Moron Combat, Killer Bitch Stink, even Smash Brothers at Combo Breaker because they were right there. All I had to do to care about them was turn my head. Whenever some popping off happened, crowd goes wild, turn my head. And at Combo Breaker, from just about anywhere in the room, you could see the screen for any of the fucking tournaments that are going on. So, why not have it in one big room? I think that's the way to do it. One room. Thanks very much, Lord Zoku _ I really appreciate the 8 inches. If you have it split up in multiple rooms like this, you really make some of the games feel like they're not as important, right? And that's not what you want to do at all, in my opinion. Some tournaments are very good about making all the games unified. Combo Breaker did such a good job of that. If you ask me, Combo Breaker might be one of the best tournaments I've ever been to. Now that you think about it, I went to them all this year so far. Combo Breaker it raises the bar to a level that CEO didn't come close to this year. It was good. CEO was probably like easily the best tournament of the year outside of Combo Breaker, but to me, Combo Breaker and Evos of the past are on a whole different tier level. It's like a whole different tier level. So I don't know about you guys, but personally, CEO, I thought it was very, very well done. My only complaint was the multiple room venue, which ended up having AC issues. If they could have sorted that out, it would have been a flawless victory. But outside of that complaint, everything else was very good. Very well done. Jabali is very accommodating to everyone. He's always walking around and like asking everyone how they're doing, asking what's wrong, what can I do. And when I told him, like, hey, the AC's fucked up, he was like, I'm going to get on it right now. He went and got on it. He came back. He was like, they're doing what they can. There's too many people here, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, you know, on the one hand, it's like, at least he's doing his best. And he's not like hiding, you know, he's out there in the front lines. And I heard other people were like telling him, what the fuck, you know, and he was out there taking those bullets, you know, to the chest. And I appreciated that, you know. What's done is done. We have to look into the future. And he already said he's looking to get a new venue. So, end of story. My big complaint, it was hot as fuck. I've never been so uncomfortable doing commentary in my life. But, you know, shit happens. Anyway, Afro Nuzzle, thanks very much for the 6 pinches. I really appreciate it, man. Good shit. Otherwise, I thought the tournament was great. I entered a Soul Calibur 2 SCII Tournament. It was ran on an arcade cabinet, and they made medals. I have it right here. The guys who ran the tournament, their name is Arcade Impact, and they do like mobile arcade. They move arcade machines to fucking like different events and shit. And yeah, they made medals, and it was awesome. I really was like appreciative of that because I love that game, of course. What else? Oh yeah, my match against Punko was interesting too. It was supposed to be 2 out of 3, first of all. Fucking forced to 3 out of 5. But man, I think he's gonna make top 8 at EVO because he knows how to cheat. He's a cheater. Tekken players are gonna have a hard time defending against that kind of defense. Tekken players are gonna have a hard time pressuring him because of the way he does DPs in weird situations. I'm not really used to that even being possible, right? Because there are situations where, hey, listen, Osvaldo, thanks very much. I really appreciate it, man. 11 inches. There's situations in Tekken where you're like, I got him. There's nothing he could do to get out of this. I got him. He's dead. And then I'm dead, right? Like, there's situations like that. So it's really interesting. I had to think about, like being careful about the Dragon Punch. And then I didn't know about a few weaknesses of Demon Flip. It's a learning process, but I think that the set was really fun. I think that it's awesome that he's super interested in the game. I also think that it's super awesome that a Street Fighter player can beat a Tekken player in this game. That's never happened. Just like that. Just right out of the box. A Street Fighter player can beat a Tekken player just like that. That's pretty fucking sweet. I think that's going to make a lot of Street Fighter players want to try, and that's a good thing. So maybe it was meant to be this way. That's by design. The game is designed for Street Fighter players to be able to beat Tekken players, and I don't think it's beating Tekken players in a way that's it's not like I feel like I can't overcome this adversary. I just think it's a really interesting way to design a character. It's like designed for a Street Fighter player to jump in and be able to be a Tekken player, and I like that. Good design, if you ask me. I didn't play much Tekken outside of that, so I don't know. I commentated a lot of Tekken. Oh, the top 8 was amazing, right? What top 8 was better than that for Tekken 7 so far? I thought that top 8 was a top tier top 8, right? I was pretty entertained. As a viewer myself, I was pretty entertained. I loved watching Majin play. It was sick. I mean, dude, that win against Speed Kicks was fucking crazy. He hit him with the 1+2-1. He bounced off the wall, but didn't stick to the wall. And then he did like... Oh, he did a forward 3+4 drop kick, which is plus frames. He stood up, and then he did another 1+2-1. Wall splat. Immediately did the wall grab, and that killed. That was crazy. That was crazy. Good top 8. That was a good top 8. I'm telling you, man. CEO, good tournament. Good tournament. It's just that they put me in that situation where it was really hot, and not only was I hot, but everyone around me was hot and unhappy. And when you look into the crowd, everyone was fanning themselves. And I just felt like, you know, you shouldn't put people in this situation. It's fucked up. People are here to have fun and enjoy themselves, you know? Hey, Naranagi, that's actually someone from the chat. Lord Rin introduced herself to me, and she wanted a Tekken hat, but there weren't any Tekken hats left. So the only way to get a Tekken hat was to win a character in the auction tournament. So I decided I'd sponsor her. And it only cost me $10. So that's the lore on the blue-haired waifu Rin. She's a cat face in the chat. What did you eat? Meet any weirdos? Yeah, I met plenty of weirdos. Who shit in the pool? I don't know. Everyone keeps telling me I shit in the pool. But I didn't even go to the pool. How the fuck could I shit in the pool if I didn't go to the pool?
Thank you.
Gats Ocean. Hey, thanks very much, man. Muchos Garcias. Alright. Good shit. You guys ready to play? Man, it was so hot and uncomfortable there. Yeah, Tokido. Good shit, good shit. Nicely done. Seemed kind of weird how, like, easily he beat him this time, right? That's weird. Oh my god, Justin Wong. I'm gonna fucking kick that guy's ass next time.
Thank you.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kick the shit out of Justin Wong. That's what you're gonna see. You know what? That motherfucker, Jesus Christ, he's so persistent with the hugs too. He knows that I don't like that shit. He chases me down. I can't hide from him. He's like fucking, like, Jensen. He's like fucking Jason Voorhees. I can't hide from him. I'm running as fast as I can. He's always right behind me. Fucking maple syrupy ass bitch. I should go to fucking Kotaku with this story, right? Kotaku. I've been assaulted. I should go straight to Kotaku. These damn fighting game tournaments, it's nothing but fucking invasion on my personal space. Assaulted again. Son of a bitch. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, there is a portion of me that's kidding here. But I don't appreciate unwanted hugs from especially Justin Wong. Especially not in fucking Orlando, Florida, where it's humid as fuck. Gross. Why'd you guys gotta bring that shit up, getting me all riled up? Anyway, cut it out, Justin. I'm gonna give you a fucking knuckle salad next time. He's like Jensen, dude. I couldn't escape. He's like Lord Jensen. I don't know how he does that. Justin Wong can teleport. If he wants to hug you, he's gonna hug you no matter what you do, no matter where you hide. You run into a bathroom stall and sit down, and he's on the toilet before you got there. Close the door, and he's on the toilet. You end up sitting on his fucking lap.
Let's take him down.
Gives you the chills.